And now to the latest on the abortion rights across our state. Today, top Republicans in Arizona and the legislature blocked a bill that could have begun the process of repealing the state's Civil War-era law banning abortion. That prompted frustrated lawmakers, as you can imagine, to shout out shame to their colleagues who are against swift efforts to repeal the 160-year-old law. Take a listen.
But House leaders argued there is no rush for the bill to get done now because the old law will not go into effect for 2 months. Governor Katie Hobbs, though, came out blasting the move, calling it, quote, unconscionable, as the state leaders figure out their next move. News 4 Tucson's Christiana Ramos joins us live from Midtown after speaking to an attorney about the trauma she believes the ban could add to young victims of sexual abuse here in our state.
Good evening, Sean, Monica. The 1864 abortion ban makes no exceptions for rape or incest. It's a ruling that sex abuse attorney Lynn Cadigan says causes more harm to sexual assault survivors rather than help protect them from their abusers.
How do I tell them that there's justice? How do I tell these 15-year-olds that anyone, anywhere in this country cares about them?
Lynn Cadigan has been a sexual abuse attorney in Tucson for the last 38 years. After a bombshell ruling in Arizona put in place one of the country's strictest anti-abortion laws, she says sexual assault survivors are no longer safe in Arizona. The state Supreme Court decision reinstating a law put in place more than 160 years ago criminalizes nearly all abortions and makes no exceptions for rape or incest, only to save the mother's life.
You can never get control over your body if your body isn't yours. And that's exactly what this law says. This law says your body is not yours, it belongs to the rapist. And that is obscene.
Wednesday, Republicans in the Arizona legislature shot down a bill that could have begun the process of repealing the law. Governor Katie Hobbs calling the move, quote, unconscionable. The extremist Republican majority had the chance to do the right thing for their constituents, and they failed, end quote. Arizona State House Representative Betty Villegas also speaking out.
We really just wanted to repeal it. You know, we weren't looking at the political gain. We were looking at what was right for Arizona women.
Once the law goes into effect, doctors or anyone could face prison time up to 5 years for performing the procedure. Cadigan says forcing victims to give birth to a child born from rape or incest will cause more trauma.
They never were allowed to feel safe in their own body. They were raped by fathers, they're raped by strangers. And the impact on my clients, it will be horrific. I think there's going to be suicides, there's going to be runaways.
Now, it could take up to 2 months before the abortion ban is enforced, and Betty Villegas says AZ House Democrats plan to repeal again next Wednesday. Reporting live from downtown, Christiana Ramos, News 4, Tucson.